welcome to This Day. It is Wednesday and it's June 30th. Can't believe July is already here. Okay, we have a couple meetings to tell you about today. One at 9:30 this morning, and that is the third Resident Policy and Compliance Committee meeting. And then at 1:30, we have the United Finance Committee meeting. And of course, you could follow along at lagunawoodsvillage.com/meetings. Now, on our show today, we have a real treat. I was able to go out to the pickleball courts and meet up with Joan. And it is super great because she is the president of the pickleball club, and both Paul Ortiz and I got to play some pickleball with them and learn all about the game. So you're really going to enjoy that. And then we have a Disney update with Francine Brokaw. Lots of changes going on there, and so she gets us all up to speed. Okay, our local weather is looking quite nice. We've got 78 today with a low of 65. Then Thursday, we're looking at 80, 64, very pleasant day. Friday, 79, 63. Then Saturday, 79, 63 again. And then on Sunday, for our 4th of July, it is looking absolutely gorgeous, 81, 64. And as I promised, later in our program, I will have fireworks listings for you. All right, our sunrise this morning was at 5:44, and the sunset will be at 8:05. Mark, thank you for sending this in. And of course, where else would a castle be sitting on the very edge of a cliff? None other than Ireland. So thank you for sending that in. If you have a photo you'd like to share with our community, please email it to lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. All right, when we return, we go to pickleball, so stick around.
Why do I love being a doctor at Kaiser Permanente?
My only job is to take great care of my patients. I'm empowered to do what's right for you.
Our digital records mean your medical history is in one place, so I can give you great care.
Your primary care doctor, your specialist. It's great. We all work together as one team.
Our integrated approach to healthcare helps my patients live longer, healthier lives.
I don't just practice here, I'm a patient too. I wouldn't trust my family's healthcare to anyone else.
Something very special for you today. I am at the Laguna Woods pickleball courts, and I have Joan Brown here with me, who is the president of the pickleball club. Well, Joan, thank you so much for joining me today.
My pleasure.
Very excited to be here. You know, we're outside, we're playing pickleball. What more could you ask for?
And we don't have to wear masks.
I know, that is the best thing, right?
Right.
So this is super fun, and I'm really excited that you were able to be here with us today. So now, tell me a little bit about the pickleball club.
Well, we started in 2012. We've got over 450 members. Some of the nicest people, happy, pleasant people. In fact, you know, we vaccinated 9,000 residents here. And the majority of the people helping the volunteers that were on site were pickleball players who said, I'll do it, I'll come this week, I'll come next week. That's the kind of people we've got. So,
that's great.
Yeah, nice people.
And you have an awful lot of people. Do you have to fight for court time?
We have a system, and we do some some reservations in courts. That's it. Saturday and Sunday is reserved, and at night after 3 o'clock is reserved. Otherwise, you come down here Monday, Wednesday, Friday mornings, we'll get you on a game.
Okay, excellent. Now talk to me a little bit about the pickleball game. Many people who have played tennis for a long time have come over to pickleball, or they do both,
Right.
Or maybe somebody has never played pickleball before. What would you say to all three of them?
You know, it's obviously it's a racket sport, and the game is designed to equate the players, so that it was created so that these two guys in Washington in 1965 had two sons they were trying to entertain during the summer. And so they didn't want a game that when they played, they were overpowering. So they invented this game that it's an underhanded serve. It's not a powerful serve. You can't, in fact, this area here, you can't get too close to the net and take the net just because you're taller. And the whole game is a game of equality, so that everybody can play equally, assuming you have the skill.
Well, then let's talk about that skill. I mean, I think that people who have played tennis in the past may have a little bit more of a skill because of the eye-hand coordination that's involved, and maybe because of a forehand or something like that, or even a backhand spin. But maybe somebody who's never played a racket sport. I know lots of people who have tried and just love it.
Right, because it doesn't require the exacting shot. It requires touch. A lot of it is touch, because part of the game is what you call dinking, which is keeping a short ball, and you would go back and forth between the two sides with short balls, waiting for a ball to be put a little too high that can be put away.
Right.
So it's not a big skill game, except when you get to the much higher level.
Oh yeah, well, beginners I think is always a nice place to start, of course, and you can let people know that you're a beginner, and many of the other folks who've played for a long time walk you through the process.
Right, and what we try to do here is we encourage all players to help the beginners out. You know, it's play one game. There's this poor beginner here. They need to practice hitting the ball. Play one game with them, then you can go on and play a more competitive game.
Right, okay, excellent. Well, that's good. So do you have clinics?
Yeah, we have free lessons that we have. There's lessons Sunday morning. Leon St. Hilaire does that.
Okay.
And then we have Dave Hastings coordinates with Bobby Seaton and Bill Scanlon on Thursday nights. And that information's on the website. And the website is easily accessed through the Laguna Woods website. Go to clubs, pickleball, and the information is there.
All right, perfect. Now, I know these courts that we're standing on are fairly new, within the last 2 years. And what are some things you're trying to do with the courts?
Well, so it took us a long time to get these courts.
Yes, it did.
And when we built them, we put lights on 4 courts. And we said, well, let's see if we use them. We don't want to spend money, you know, if we don't use it. And we found, yes, they were used, especially in the summer when it's hot. And there are a lot of people that can't be in the sun. And so it was really good for them to be able to play at night. So this month, in fact, we're starting a fundraising project to light the other 3 courts. And when we installed all the courts, we ran conduit to those courts saying, if we do need it, we don't have to dig up the courts to do that. We're just pulling wire. And so you'll be seeing stuff in the Globe and messages going out about fundraising. It's tax deductible for the Light the Night project.
Light the Night, oh, I love it.
Light the Night project.
That's awesome. Well, I love it. All right, so now you and I and Paul and Bob are going to play a fun match. But before we do that, we are going to show you guys some really good pickleball players. So stick around for some more fun. sixth one. Oh, crumb! Shoot, sorry, Bob. Very nice. Too low for me, man. I got an awful lot of grunting going on.
Partner.
Oh, that was a beautiful shot. Oh, you win. Nicely done, nicely done. Thank you. Nice job. All right, well, looks as though I'm going to have to come in on Saturdays and Sundays now.
Yeah, champions over here.
He's the champ.
We gave him a little chance at the beginning, and then Debbie just closed them out. So we had a great time here at the pickleball courts.
Super fun. Thanks so much for joining us, and see you later.
Looking for a change of scenery? You don't have to play golf to enjoy all that 19 Restaurant and Lounge has to offer. From a delicious breakfast menu to our delectable lunch and dinner specials. At 19 Restaurant and Lounge, there is something for everyone. Relax with your friends and family and take in the beautiful view from our spacious patio. Or enjoy a cocktail and appetizer in our lounge. 19 Restaurant and Lounge is a great place to socialize, enjoy a meal, or simply take in the view. Join us 7 days a week and experience Laguna Woods' exclusive dining experience.
Welcome back. Well, today I have a Disneyland update by none other than our Disneyland aficionado, Francine Brokaw. Well, Francine, welcome back. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me again. And since my last time on, I have had a lot of comments coming to me about disappointment with Disney and Disneyland, the company, because of all the changes and the updating and the political back and forth about how to be the woke version of what they were. And actually, a lot of people have told me that they don't want to go back just because of that. That's their way of giving their protest, which is fine. It's, you know, it's not anything bad. You can definitely vote with your pocketbook. That's the way to do it. But also, I did meet somebody who is a good friend with two animators, and they said that in their eyes, Walt would be turning in his grave because of all the changes happening. But then again, this is a different world that we're living in.
Right.
And when I think about it, I'm not happy with some of the policies that Disney's putting in place. However, I can't forget all the good times and all the magic. And I'm not going to stop going to Disneyland because of that.
Right.
True, I'm not, like you said, I'm not 100% in favor of some of the changes they're making, especially with some of the attractions. But, you know, I have to put that aside in this case because Disney has always brought to me happiness and joy, and to my family, happiness and joy. So I am going to continue. I will be a little upset, but once I get in there through the gates, the happy and the joy are back. And it's my happy place, and it is the happiest place on earth.
Well, and it's a happy place for a lot of people, as you would have mentioned before, and we've talked about. And I know you mentioned there are lots of changes, and it is because of where we're at right now in our world.
Yeah.
However, you can't let some of those things affect you, especially if it takes away from, like you said, the happiness and where you want to be. Now, of course, everybody has their opinion. They can do whatever it is that they want to do. And like you mentioned, some people have chosen to not go back. And that's really the only way, like you said, if it's something that you're not in favor of, then you use your own voice to make it what you want it to be. So I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Yeah, it's a peaceful protest for, instead of getting very violent or anything like that. You vote with your wallet, and you show your displeasure with that way. And I know a lot of people have been furious, and they said, I will definitely not go back to Disneyland.
Right.
Until anything changes back, which I don't foresee in the future, but I am going back. I'm not so happy with them, but I'm going back.
And there's going to be a lot of folks just like you who are going to, you know what, I'm going to go anyway. However, there's a new generation, lots of new generations that are now going to Disneyland. So their experiences are going to be different than what we had, as in anything, I mean, things change over the course of many decades, and what we went to 20 years ago is different today. So, I mean, that's to be expected. So with that said,
yes,
let's launch into what is new there. Maybe we'll do what's new first, and then you can let us know what has closed or what won't be reopened.
Okay. Well, last month, the Marvel campus opened, and it has been inundated. I mean, people just charging through there. That's in the Disney California Adventure Park. Mm-hmm. And that's where we discussed last time you can become a superhero. And the new attraction there is an immersive ride. It's a slow ride. You get to be like Spider-Man and shoot, interact with what's going on. So it's a completely interactive ride. Right. And there's more to come in the future. Right now, I'm not privy to some of the other things that will be coming up, but that I have seen pictures of, and people are just enjoying, interacting with the ride as it goes by. And it's kind of like, I think in Toy Story, you had the one where you shoot as you're going by. And this is the same way of doing it. And it's fun. And people who love the Marvel characters will definitely enjoy anything having to do with the Marvel campus, and their new food, which I have not been able to try yet, but they look delicious. And hopefully by next time I will be able to tell you how they're tasting.
Well, what's funny, the pictures that we're sharing, I mean, everything is very colorful.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose that just kind of goes with the theme. I mean, we've got reds and greens and pinks, and my gosh, everything is very colorful.
Well, yeah, and that's Disney, and hopefully they'll have the wine and food festivals again, and those always have something great. We'll see. Right now, they're still in their phased reopening of both parks. Mm-hmm. So by July, most of the attractions will be open. We'll get to that. Restaurants, most of them are reopening, as of the resorts, the Disneyland Hotel, mm-hmm. Disney California, Grand Californian, they're coming back as well. So it's like it's slowly coming back to life.
Right.
And little by little, there are things that are not coming back yet, but you still do need to keep the numbers down. You still do need a reservation along with your ticket. Okay. And they are not doing temperature checks anymore. Okay. If you've had your vaccination, you're on your honor. You don't have to wear your mask. They're just letting you, they're not having any, you have to show us proof. So they're just letting us be real again, be human. And the musical acts on the streets, they're all coming back too. So that's what adds to the fun. You got to have music in Disneyland. And starting July 4th, the fireworks are back.
Oh, yay. Oh, that's great.
I love the fireworks show. Nobody does fireworks like Disneyland.
Do you think they'll be a little different this year? Like maybe they'll be bigger?
I'm hoping, and hopefully the Disney people will get me back in so I can tell you firsthand But they're always, oh my gosh, I look forward to Disneyland fireworks, these rinky-dink fireworks that the cities put on all the time. After you've gone to Disneyland and seen them do their fireworks shows with their lights and their lasers and everything, nothing else compares. Nothing else compares.
Yes, and and it is fun, but those who may not be able to go to Disneyland want to be able to see the big fireworks. So hopefully they'll be just as abundant of it as they've always been.
Yeah, I believe so. And a lot of places play them on the YouTube channel. A lot of people will record them on their phones and put them back. So if for sometimes you can't get there for a while, you can see what's going on. And also, like I said, the restaurants are coming back. Right. They prefer you to use the Disney app on the smartphone to order in advance. Yeah. And there's still areas around the parks where you can eat. They just figured that's going to take away from the crowds and the lining up. So it's called the virtual queue when you order, and then you can go pick up. So mobile ordering is definitely not required, but definitely requested. Okay. And let's see, the Live on Stage and Frozen Live and World of Color are closed. Okay. So those three shows, Disney Junior Live on Stage and the Frozen Live and the World of Color, they're all in California Adventure. They're all closed for the time being. I have no way of knowing when they're coming back. Okay. And two things that are definitely closed indefinitely, they will be bringing them back. I have my ideas as to why they're closed, but the monorail and the submarine are closed. You cannot use them. I think, and if you'll allow me to use some conjecture, I think it's because they're trying to work on the air filter system because of all the COVID stuff. I mean, everything else has big, is outside or inside with large areas. Right. These are enclosed areas. So I believe, now don't quote me on this, but I do believe they're trying to work out the crowds in an enclosed area to make it safe for everybody. Well, yeah, that submarine, it was stuffy in there. So it is. I don't. That could be a bit of time, like you said, because that would be, that's a little tough. That is, and I remember the kids used to love that, but it was always kind of hot and stuffy in there. Yes, and with people breathing and germs and everything with this COVID now that everybody's so worried about, right. And they're just probably, in my mind, they're working on the ventilation systems in those two enclosed areas. Okay. But all the other rides are pretty much open though, right? Pretty much, yeah. Except for those three shows that I spoke about, they're closed. They hopefully will be coming back soon, but they're closed. The other ones are phased reopenings, but they will be back. Some of them are being refurbished, so they're going to be bright and shiny and all new, clean. The annual pass is gone. That's gone. The annual pass holder is gone. But they are working on a new membership program. And details to be announced later. They don't even have it completed yet, but there will be a new membership program for all the people that are really gung-ho Disney people. Okay. Now, can anyone go to Disneyland now? It's not just California residents? No, they're reopening it now. I believe the first week of July. I don't have the exact date, but then it will be open to everybody instead of just Californians. Okay. Kind of sad because it's, I know. Well, that's kind of the bummer, right? Is that you don't want it to open, but you want it to open because you don't want it to open because if you're one of the lucky ones that gets a reservation, it's a lot less crowded. Yes. But just some interesting fact that everybody might be interested in. Before the COVID, there were 32,000 cast members there. Okay. Currently, there are 15,000. So that's why there's a phased reopening. Some things are slower. There's not as many people. You need your reservation along with your ticket so they know exactly how many people are going to be there. And they can cut it off when they know that there's not going to be as many people to help them through the parks and on the attractions. So there are some differences, but hopefully in a few more months, everything will be back to normal.
Well, good. Well, hopefully the next time we chat, you will have been there and tasted some of that delicious, colorful food.
Yeah, from your mouth up there to the Disney folks, call me, let me come in.
Call her, and
Call me, get me back in.
Let her bring me as a guest. I want to taste with her. All right, Francine, thank you again.
Oh, you're welcome. And hopefully next time we will have a lot more. And by then I'll get some more information about the monorail and the submarine. But it's just, like I said, it's my conjecture that they're working on the ventilation systems for those. And they'll be up and running soon. I mean, you can't have Disneyland without a monorail.
I know. All right. Well, good. Thanks again.
Okay. Take care.
All right. Bye-bye. And we'll be right back after this. Welcome back. Just a couple of things I wanted to mention to you. That yesterday there was a third board election results, and unfortunately the initiative did not pass. Only 54% of the community voted, so they really needed a much higher quorum than that. Sometimes we don't always think that our vote is, one is really going to make a difference, but in this case, it really would have made a difference. So when they do have initiatives to vote, it's important for everyone to get out that vote. All right, if you are going to be in the golf cart parade, you need to register. Today is the last day to do that. So please register on ActiveNet, which is our online reservation system. And like I mentioned, it closes tomorrow. So make sure you get that out. All right, wanted to also let you guys know about the fireworks and festivities. Here I told you I would have a list. So here is the fireworks section: Dana Point, Lake Forest Sports Park, Mission Viejo Youth Park, Newport Dunes, 5 Point Amphitheater in Irvine. And then festivities are the City of Laguna Niguel and also Aliso Viejo Park. And one last thing I wanted to let you know is Wellness in the Woods is hosting Dr. Trin on July 8th from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. So if you would like to RSVP and participate, you need to send an email to lesliecaretti@yahoo.com. All right, let's take a look at our weather one last time. Looking quite lovely this week. As soon as we burn off our fog, we are looking at 78-65, 80-64, 79-63, again 79-63, and for our 4th of July Sunday, 81-64. Have a great day in the village. We'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.